Item number SCP-191. Object Class Safe. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-191 is currently housed in a 6 meter by 6 meter room at Site-17. To date, SCP-191 has not made any requests for furnishings or entertainment. Current furnishings include one wooden frame futon with a 15 centimeter pad and standard cotton bed sheets and blankets. All sheets are to be sterilized each morning according to standard procedures. The futon pad itself will be replaced every 6 months and the old pad discarded through incineration. Additionally, one standard 220-volt Type G power outlet with an emergency cutoff box, fuse, circuit breaker, and manual non-insulating guillotine located outside the cell. And finally, one standard hazardous waste disposal unit, liquid and solid waste. All drainage tubes shall lead directly to an incinerator unit. SCP-191 is to be dressed in loose, sleeveless garments made of 100% long staple cotton. Fresh clothing will be provided once daily, with used garments sterilized according to standard procedures. Bathing is to be done once every evening in a wash tub filled with a solution of baking soda and water. Feeding, in the form of a sterile saline solution supplement with vitamins, minerals, antibiotics, and a mild anesthetic, shall be carried out twice daily via injection into a metallic tube located at the base of the neck. SCP-191 is capable of limited self-care, including draining waste and recharging internal batteries. A log shall be kept of power consumption and any unusual changes in power usage reported to supervising staff. Daily inspections for injuries shall be carried out after bathing. At least 2 armed guards are present in the room anytime personnel have contact with SCP-191, although a translucent screen may be utilized for privacy purposes. Standard anti-computer countermeasures are ineffective, as SCP-191's components have been hardened against EMPs. SCP-191 is a female child believed to have been a test subject of several experimental surgeries performed by a doctor whose name has been redacted. 80% of the left half of the face and skull have been removed, with the eye and ear replaced by a complex transceiver system that allows it to receive and transmit not only visual and auditory input, but a wider spectrum of electromagnetic radiation ranging from low-frequency radio to high-energy gamma rays. The lower jaw, teeth, and larynx have been removed and replaced. The esophagus has been rerouted to an artificial orifice at the back of the neck, and the trachea rerouted directly to an air filtration device. Due to these alterations, SCP-191 is incapable of speech, although it has been reported occasionally vocalizing distress through rapid respiration. An input-output device has been placed into the right forearm, replacing the radius and ulna bones. The device contains interfaces for a variety of modern and obsolete formats, including USB, Ethernet, Fireware, and DIN 8-pin, as well as 7 other interfaces corresponding to no known formats. The device can be accessed by pulling back the skin over the right arm, like a shirt sleeve. A 24-core processor array has been implanted in the brain, which translates input from all artificial components, essentially allowing SCP-191 to read and write computer data without the use of external interfaces. Internal communication is carried out through fiber optic cables implanted through the glial cells and the entire nervous system. Damage to the brainstem and cerebellum due to the implantation procedure has severely damaged SCP-191's motor skills. The right hand and right foreleg have been replaced with artificial components consisting primarily of steel, carbon fiber, and an unknown polymer-like substance. The exposed areas of tissue are susceptible to injury and infection. Due to the damage, SCP-191 has reduced pain and temporary sensitivity in its limbs. Reconstructive surgery was able to provide some relief, but regular doses of antibiotics are still required. The lungs, heart, and major blood vessels have been replaced with mechanical analogs. It has been determined that this system will allow SCP-191's bodily systems to be restarted after death. The digestive system has been completely refigured to the point where regular food intake is both unnecessary and dangerous. Waste is now disposed of via a drainage system located in the lower back and consists of a thick, dark gray, viscous slime. The reproductive organs have been removed. This was done to provide extra space by removing non-vital components. Hormone therapy has been proposed to counteract the long-term effects of the missing glands. This proposal is currently under review and pending analysis. There have been at least 15 other alterations of unknown purpose. Given this fact, and the haphazard integration of useful components, it is believed that they were performed merely to test viability of such procedures on other subjects. Investigations are underway. At present, any theories as to the purpose behind these alterations are speculative at best. The doctor in charge of these alterations died during the raid in which SCP-191 was recovered, and the only surviving records of his research are a single half-burned spiral-bound notebook consisting mostly of cryptic notes regarding a higher purpose. SCP-191 was recovered by Foundation agents during a brief collaborative effort with the Global Occult Coalition, in which the raid was conducted on the laboratory. SCP-191 was the only test subject recovered from the laboratory. All other subjects expired during the raid or were eliminated as hostiles by the task force. Preliminary assessments conclude that full reconstruction was impossible, that the components introduced were too technologically advanced to risk becoming widely known, and that it could be a source of valuable data if kept alive. SCP-191 has responded fairly well to containment. She is completely docile and cooperative, and when not being interacted with, spends most of her time sitting in a curled up, fetal position. This may be a sign of distress, but it is more likely for physical comfort, as the normal body movements and postures are difficult. Mental acuity is questionable, although capable of rapid data analysis and communications when physically linked to a computer system. It seems unable to follow conversations with human beings unless the conversation moves slowly and uses simple words. Complex tasks are impossible unless guided at every step. Its mood seems consistent, though somewhat inscrutable, will not make eye contact unless asked to, and any attempts to induce a cheerful or humorous mood have proven fruitless. However, it shows no signs of ongoing mental distress and claims, though through a computer interface, that she is feeling well. To date, she has not requested access or information about any acquaintance she had before her abduction.